Today's episode is brought to you by Honey. Honey is here to save you some money when you shop online. Also, today we're brought to you by Hawthorne. Looking, smelling, feeling your best. That's what Hawthorne's all about. We'll talk about that later. Now let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an exciting episode of Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
Greetings.
Whoa. I don't like that. Greetings.
Greetings.
Who is that character?
The one time I said greetings, but now I added greetings,
Here's the thing. Greetings by itself, creepy. Greetings, not as creepy.
Well, I mean, I'm drinking this wine. It is, hold on, let me tell you what wine it is before people start asking. All right.
Right. I mean, you have to say that.
Yeah, it is the... Is there like any other podcast where it opens up? It's like, oh, I got this cool thing. Wait, what was it? Hold on.
I'm still holding.
Cabin Cabernet? No. It's a
Cabin
Cabernet.
Cabernet is a sucky name for a Cabernet.
That sounds like a generic name they give like a cartoon.
That's what I'm saying.
It's me, Cabin Cabernet.
What? I'm drunk and a homeowner.
That's very accurate for 2022 millennials. Let's see. Cabernet. God, what is... Oh, Crossbarn. That's what it is. I got it.
Close enough. Cabernet. Crossbar.
It is Crossbarn Cabernet. Honestly, very solid. Big fan. Crossbarn Cabernet. If you ever see it in the store and you're feeling
trying to get a
fancy,
sponsorship? What's going on here?
I would take one. I'm just saying, it's a good wine. However, their Pinot Noir sucks ass. Don't get it.
Understood. I mean, why would you?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. Man, my apartment complex is,
I feel like it's always something going on at your apartment complex.
Yeah, I mean, well, in my life in general, I have moments of just like nothing, and then 80 things happen at once. And this is, unfortunately, that time where a lot of it's happening in my apartment complex. So, like, first things first, the people that live next to me are sweethearts, I'm sure. But every time I see them, it's like when I'm in my messiest, grossest moods. Like when I'm just like, like it's like 2 a.m. and I'm taking trash out before I go to bed and I look like a mess. I probably had an edible. I'm just like not at all where I should be. And I'm like walking over to the garbage chute. And for some reason, they're always like, it's the same dude. It's an older man and he's walking his dog. And he always sees me. He's like, there he is. How's it going? He's the guy, if you remember on the podcast, I don't know, whenever it was, a while ago, where he was like, hey, what do you do for a living? I was like, oh, I work at a studio doing stuff. He's like, oh, yeah? What do you do? And I'm like, do you know Paul Blart Mall Cop? So... He invited me over to his house to eat one time, and I was like, I'm really busy. And ever since then, whenever he sees me, he's like, oh, there's that guy there. And I'm like, oh, God. So I think he just thinks that I'm convinced he thinks that I made everything up, which, by the way, I did. But
oh, yeah.
I think he thinks that I'm just like a crazy person. Because
oh, yeah, he probably
whenever I see him, I'm always like, yeah, man, that's cool. All right, well, I'm going to go sleep now. And so tonight, as I'm coming home, the elevator opens and there I am. I have a stain down the front of my shirt from when I went out to go eat, and I stained my shirt like an idiot. I have 3 boxes that I got, which, by the way, remind me to talk about that. I went and got some boxes that I had in the mailroom, and I was like holding them on my shoulder. So I looked like some idiot with like 3 boxes on my shoulder with a stain down the front. My glasses were like kind of down the front of my nose. My hair was all a mess. because I've been like rubbing my head as I was walking or waiting for the elevator to open. And it's him and his dog and like 4 other people. And he's like, hey, there he is. And I was like, no, this man must think I am the biggest mess who ever lived. Every time I see him, I feel like, oh no, this old man is just pandering. Like he's like, there's my man. I'm like, please, sir, stop.
That's the guy right there. There he is.
And I know for the fact that I know when that elevator closed, he was like, that poor kid. Every time I see him, he's just falling apart. And it sucks because this is LA and everyone like looks their best all the time. But not me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not truly from LA. You've just been molded by it.
Yeah, molded is rough. I don't know if that's even true.
You're just like, you showed up and now you've just lived there and you just kind of become. You're not like the actual LA people. They're born like the Uruk-hai in Lord of the Rings.
From mud bubbles.
It's like Tom Hanks, just like, yes, rise, my champion.
Now I shall be an actor. We dine on man flesh tonight. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Yeah. I've gone out. I've seen some things. I know what's up.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of the mailroom, there's this family. They're in the next building. So the mailroom for my building and the one next door is in the same place. And there's this family that's in the building next door that they must get 50 packages a week. I don't know what the hell they order, but it's all from Amazon, and they just keep ordering stuff. And rather than collect the boxes and then take them to their apartment, they open all the boxes there and then leave them.
What?
And they just leave them around, like 20 empty boxes just on the floor in the way every time. And it's infuriating. And so finally, I was like, I'm just going to report these people, F these people. So I look to see what their address is, because clearly that's a dead giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
They've ripped off every single address sticker.
What the shit?
They know how bad they are. Like, what they're doing sucks so badly. They've ripped off all their address stickers so that no one can tell whose apartment it actually is. But I've watched them do it before, so I know it's this family. And they even have, like, their little kid doing it. And I'm just like, no, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. And so...
Wait, so they go through the effort of ripping off the stickers on the boxes, but they could just, like, take the boxes... And
that's it seems like supreme laziness, because all you have to do is take the boxes to your apartment. But they get so many, I feel like they can't carry them all. So they've decided, rather than make multiple trips, to just open everything that's in the boxes and then take the smaller boxes piled together and go, which seems not that different, but whatever. Yeah. And then they take the time to rip off the stickers every time, and then they just leave them on the floor. So that just added so now I'm trying to like dodge all those things while carrying my boxes. I almost trip. I'm like stressed out from dealing with that scenario. And so I get in the elevator, I'm like rubbing my head like, oh my God, the door opens like, hey, there he is. I was like, son of a bitch. So that's been the last 25 minutes of my night, and it's just like I can't with this apartment anymore. I'm so like, it rained. So remember how I used to have my old apartment and it rained and like there was a leak?
Oh yeah, I remember.
The mold formed and stuff, and I was like, this is insane. So I left that apartment. My new apartment, it rained, and in one corner of my apartment I started to see like water trickling down from the ceiling. It was like, what? So then I call the apartment complex. I'm like, hey, I guess there's a leak in the roof. And they were like, well, that shouldn't be. I'm like, yeah, no shit. So they bring a guy over, and the guy's like, yeah, we'll get on that. And he left a letter saying, like, here's what we're going to do, and this is the steps we're going to take. See you in a week. We'll be back in a week. I'm like, okay, well, it's not going to rain in that time, so I don't have to worry. It's L.A. And then it's been 2.5 weeks. No one showed up. And this damn line of, like, this one line of water now, it dried and made, like, a little brown line going down one of the walls. And I'm just like, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I want them to know it's there. I'm not touching it. It's going to... Oh, my God. Oh, Crendor.
Man.
I can't win. I can't win. I can't win.
I thought you got like a decent apartment place too that they would, you know.
Oh, no. I mean, like, it's like everything they needed. And like when I first moved in here, I was like, this counter sucks. They're like, we'll put in a new counter. And they did. Like, they get it done. It's just the hassle of life. I just want to live in a world where I'm a child again. And I don't have to concern myself with adult problems because they suck. They suck.
I've got my own adult problems called physical therapy. I've been going to physical therapy usually like 2 times a week. Turns out my neck is very bad.
What does that mean? Whoa. What does that mean? Your neck is very bad? Like naughty bad? What's going on with your neck? You can't just say it's very bad.
Well, okay, so it's like...
My neck is extremely naughty.
With like my
I show
bad...
a lot of skin. Neck skin, that is.
Like I started going to physical therapy because I was getting like neck pain. So I was like, all right, we'll see what they say. So they were like, all right, we're going to test you out, see how you do with all these like physical therapy tests. So they're like, look up, look down, look this way, that way. And they're like, wow, you can look really far up. And I was like, oh, is that good? And they're like, I mean, kind of, but not really. And I was like, why? And they're like, because if you can look really far back, it means that your head is outward, kind of like forward because of bad posture. And that when your head's forward, it allows it to go back farther. So they're like, you actually...
Wait, whoa, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, so like if you pull your neck back to like proper posture and you try to look up like all the way, you can't go like all the way back. But if you kind of push your head forward and try to look up, it's easier. Try it.
I mean, I am.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Wait, so what were you doing?
So the whole point is that my posture is like more curved and it's not proper posture. Probably from years of sitting at a computer improperly.
Years ago, when I was in taking theater classes, we would do stretches, and one of my teachers was like, it was an hour-long class, and we spent 20 minutes stretching. Like, that was the thing that we did. And she was like, never extend your head all the way back. She's like, if you're going to stretch your head, look down at the ground and roll it to the right and roll it to the left, but never do a full 360 roll. So I rarely ever, I don't know if that's true. I don't even know if that's true.
I have heard that it's actually bad to like do a 360, like rotate your neck all the way around.
Yeah. And so I just listened to her, and I have ever since. I'm sure someone listening right now will be able to tell us actual truth. But I was just like, I don't ever go full all the way back. I never have. I can. Like, as I do it, I know I can go back further, but I just am not gonna.
Well, okay, that was just one of the tests, and they were like, all right, so
okay.
I mean, it's not great. The other ones, they're just like, oh my god, what would it be? My shoulder blades. So like just like where if you like pull both your arms back and you like put your shoulder blades together, those are really weak. And apparently that's also because of bad posture. So I've done a lot of shoulder blade exercises, and I've done a lot of like chin tucks, pec stretches, trapezius muscle stretches, mainly just all those to strengthen those, and then like core stuff. That's I show up, they're like, oh my god, your neck's tight, and then we do all that.
Oh my god, your neck's tight.
But unlike a chiropractor, they don't go like. In fact, I was like, oh, this is great. It's like I was like, I remember one time I saw a chiropractor and he told me stretches, but then they crack you, and they're like, oh yeah, I would not recommend that. That's not good.
It's very similar to when, at least it sounds similar to when anytime anyone has ever tried to give me a massage, they're always like, you're so tense. And I'm like, yes, all the time. You don't understand. I am constantly tense at all moments. They're like, your shoulders, you're so tense. I'm like, yes, you are correct. And I know you think you're giving me a great massage, but you are hurting me. It's like they're like, ooh, let me get in there and get him. Like, please stop.
Oh no, the last time she was like breaking up a muscle knot. You ever have muscle knots get broken up?
No, maybe I have muscle knots. I don't know. I mean, my whole body is a knot of muscles.
Oh, it probably does. It feels so good because like it's all like tightened up, and you like push on it, and it's really like it's like aggravated, and sometimes you can even feel it going down your arm, and then they just push on it, and it loosens up, and it's like, and then it just kind of lets loose, and you're like, oh man, that feels good. It's a whole thing. Muscle knot.
I've never had that.
Oh my god, you're missing out.
But it could be because, again, I'm all tense.
That's true.
All of me is tense at all times.
That's like my dad. He has like a permanent, just tenseness to him. He's like, I can't bend.
Well, see, I could bend. Bending's not the problem. I just am like, when people try to like massage my back, like, oh, you're so tense back here. You should loosen up. I'm like, I can't. I can't do it.
Yeah, you probably gotta start doing some exercises or stretches or something. Probably
you're
stretches.
correct. Like, you are genuinely correct. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also interesting the different physical therapy people. It's like I've gotten a few, and the one is like this like girl in her 30s. And she's been, like, pretty good. She's probably my favorite. Then there was this girl in, I think, her 20s. And she was, like, better at, like, the exercises. And I was like, all right, she gave me good exercises to do. And then the one was this dude who was also in his 30s, but he's, like, super jacked. He was like, all right, I'm going to work out your back. And I was like, oh, it's like power massaging my back. And I was just like, oh. And then he was like, well, next time, like, you can show me what you do at the gym, and I can check your, like, posture and everything. And I'd be like, that. I was like, that's much better than me getting massage. I will gladly go do that. So I was like, all right, let's go to the gym. It's fine with me. They'll probably be like, oh, no wonder your neck's sore. You're doing your lat pull-downs with your neck in a 34-degree axis. It's going to be something like that.
I would think, I mean, I guess... You don't have a spotter or anything, do you? So
no, I've gotten a few trainer sessions, so that's how I learned how to do most of my exercises. But some of them I just kind of did from watching stuff on the internet. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing it properly or not. So it's good to just have somebody look at you and be like, yeah, that's wrong.
What happened to your plan of I'm gonna get a trainer to teach me things, and then I'm gonna not train with them anymore, and then I'm gonna get another trainer?
Well, that's what I did.
What happened to that plan?
I did that like 3 times. That's essentially like 75%.
I feel like you need to do more than 3.
Well, it's like 75% of my workout regiment is that. And then 25% is just stuff I saw online that I was like, that looks good. But I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Right. Well, there's your problem.
But I might be doing it right.
You might be hurting your neck.
It's possible. That one time, oh my God, like before the Cox and Crendor live show, that was when I super messed up my neck. That's when I was doing the bench press.
You're going to hurt yourself.
I have hurt myself.
There you go.
That was because I asked them about that. I was like, I hurt my neck bench pressing. Do you think it's because my neck is weak? And they're like, probably. And I was like, all right.
You got to have one of them like necks that, like a Kardashian neck.
That's true. Or just like the Rock neck. Or just
like one of those necks that has muscles on muscles on muscles.
Yeah, it's just like, there isn't even a
right.
neck.
Here's the problem. You have too much neck.
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah, you have too much neck, and I have not enough neck. If we could
powers combine.
Yeah, if we could like somehow combine saying ourselves together, we could do a dance and combine. I imagine that guy would be some kind of meatball man.
Without a doubt.
Hey there, it's me, Meatball Man.
Meatball Man. I feel like his neck would still be not the greatest.
Oh, yeah. It would be not visible, but also very weak.
It's like massaging ground beef when you push into his neck. Like, oh, it's so squishy but firm.
Yeah, I just kind of want to take a bite of this. Is that wrong?
Yeah, at least cook it to a nice medium.
Stick me in a nice gravy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I don't
good
care, red or
barbecue
brown.
sauce. Oh my god, I was gonna bring up. So like, you have that guy who, what's the guy? You know, you told him you're Paul Blart Mall Cop or whatever.
Yeah, I tell that to, here's the thing. I tell it to everyone. Every single person who asks me what I do, if I don't want to have a conversation with them, I'm like, work at Sony. Yeah, Paul Bart Mall Cop. That was me. We're making a new one. New one's coming out soon. And they're just like, all right. And they just walk away every time.
Well, there's a guy at the grocery store that I told did YouTube. Or I told him I did YouTube like years ago. And he doesn't work there anymore. But I remember every time I'd go, he'd be like, hey, it's the gamer guy. And he would just say that every time. I'm like, oh, gee, there we go. He's like, hey, gamer guy, you play Halo? And I'm like, nah, I played a little bit. And he's like, you should play Halo. I like Halo. And I'm like, yeah.
Gamer guy, you play the Halo.
Yeah, play the Halo.
I had a guy at my grocery store who did that. He was great. I love that. He's like, hey, Guild Grumps. Because that one episode of Game Grumps I was in. And he, he always said that. And then, you know, the one lady at the coffee place who, like, is super excited to see me every time I go get coffee. It's a good reason to go get coffee. I'm, like, feeling down. She's like, Jesse, hi. I'm like, hey, what's up?
That's the thing. Is like, now he's been gone for a while. I kind of miss him. I kind of miss the gamer guy comments. And he would always just tell me what he's playing. Usually it was just Halo or something else, you know?
You know what? You don't know what you got till it's gone. That guy was there. He was the one little bit of your life that like made you feel like you were important.
Yeah. Now it's gone. I just have neck pain.
Yeah. Speaking of pain in the necks.
Yes.
The other night, I went out with some friends.
Okay.
They were all complaining about their relationships. Just every single one of them was like, this is a... Anyway, for some reason, they felt that I needed to suffer like them.
Mm-hmm.
So they made me create a Hinge profile.
The shit is that?
Hinge is apparently a dating app that I think is probably exclusively designed for like people 30 plus, because the whole point, I guess, is you're supposed to find like your true love on it, not just like bone down like on Tinder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, well, do I have to use this? And they're like, no. But you must always keep it on your phone so that we can look. And I was like, okay, sure. For the goof, I'll do this.
Right.
And they were like, all right, so we're going to create this profile. So at dinner, as we're all drinking, we're like making a profile for me. And I'm like, I want to pick the photos. And they're like, okay, pick your photos. And so I picked like me as May, and me with a goofy face, and me at like a photo someone took of me very drunk. Like one of the photos was that photo of you and me from like 2011.
Oh yeah.
I picked all the worst photos. And they were like, all right, we have veto power over this. You're allowed one. And I was like, all right, I choose the May photo, because I don't know. People are going to see that, and I don't know how they're going to react. I was like, I want that photo. And then they picked other photos, and they're all equally silly, but... You know, none of them are good like none of them are like headshot quality photos. They're all awful photos. I was like, we can agree on this. All right. And then they're like, answer these questions truthfully. I was like, okay. Like, what is a green flag for you? I was like, green flag. If we're out to dinner and you don't pull your phone out once, that's a green flag. I was like, that's what I'm going to say. And like, say that. I was like, okay. So it's so funny because on the audio, you can hear in the background the bar. And I'm just like, you know what a problem is? When people pull out their phones at dinner, and here I am on my phone at dinner. Anyway, I answer all these things, and then I set it live, and I go to bed. I wake up the next day, I have 4 matches. 4 people, and the way it works is you have to like a person's photo or whatever comment they made, something like that. And when you send that like out, then that person has to respond to you, right? And you can send them a rose, which I don't even know how you get those. I don't know. It's like,
probably money.
Yeah, probably. You can send them a rose that like puts your name at the top of the list, like you're the first person.
Oh, that's definitely money then.
Yeah, for sure.
For that.
So I got 4 messages. I have not looked at anyone's profile, have not liked anything, have not done anything. And I looked at these, you know, the 4. I will even go there right now just to give you an example.
All right.
Of how this works, because it is so ridiculous. The photos that I have, this is the best. The photos that I have are, one is of me doing Gentleman's Gaming Club in a smoking jacket. One is of me high out of my mind in Amsterdam. One is me as May. One is Dodger and I from the like a shoot we did years ago. One is me playing Guitar Hero looking like the biggest idiot ever. And then one is one normal photo that they found. Yeah. But anyway, so the like when someone likes you, it'll pop up and then you can respond to them or ignore them. So the first day I got 4 and all of them were suspicious. One of them was this woman who was 44 years old. So already I'm like, mommy.
All right. Yep.
And I responded, heard nothing back. I was like, okay. So then the next one was this girl who messaged me. I responded, nothing back. The next one, who is 35, she messaged me like, your parent. I attached my because I didn't want to put work into it. I attached my Instagram to it, so most of the photos are just filtered from Instagram. And so it also posts videos, and so she saw the video of my parents and I playing Final Fantasy 14. She's like, your parents seem pretty cool. And I responded with this thing about, I was like, yeah, my parents are pretty cool. Nothing. Heard nothing back. Then this other woman, 41, living her best life. I think I tweeted about this. I was like, she seems so put together. She's like a CEO, like runs a business. And I was like, this has to be a bot. These all have to be bots. This can't be real.
Oh, yeah.
This can't be real at all. So, I ignore it. Right? I'm like, I'm not gonna respond to her. She seems like this can't be real. So then I go about my life. And every day since then, there's been at least one person who's been like, you look pretty cool. I'd like to talk to you. And 90% of them, I'm like, this is a bot. This is a bot. So I just like delete it. And then the ones that I do reach out to, they don't respond. And I'm like, these all have to be bots. I'm telling you, I can't figure out what is going on. But either, because I'm not approaching anyone.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I am not hitting anyone up. It exists literally so I can show my friends, like, look at this. Or in case the real one does show up and I'm like, I've fallen in love. But I'm not, like, approaching anyone. And I'm getting hit up every single day, and I feel like it's not real. I feel like the whole thing is fake. I'm doing nothing to earn any of this. And everyone talking to me, I'm like, I don't know. This seems fake. You know? I'm like,
yeah.
This all seems fake. I can't tell what's happening, and I can't tell if I've stumbled upon, like, a scheme. You know what I mean? Like, it just, none of it seems real. And I don't know if they saw my photos and the app was like, filter him out to only the bots.
I feel like at least 80% of them are bots. I do think there's probably 20% that aren't.
Come on. I just went to Active right now.
Okay.
This woman, Calais, her caught in the act photo. So you're allowed to put, like, little text blurbs, but they're prompts, right? So so the idea is, like, you use the prompt and then you find a photo to fit the prompt, or you write something to fit the prompt. And hers for caught in the act is just her in front of a bathroom mirror taking a selfie. My love language is food. Another photo is her just like, it's her leg. Crendor.
That's...
Hold on. Sharing camera. Crendor.
Okay, I'm gonna look here.
This isn't even a joke. It's her leg. It's her fucking leg.
What the shit?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think I've stumbled on something here, and I don't know what's going on.
That is... Man, I'm so glad I'm married.
I don't know what... Like, it is the weirdest thing I've ever...
It's just a leg.
It's just a leg. It's just a leg. It's not like there's nothing. Was there anything? Was there? The prompt was caption this photo.
Wait,
What?
Like, wait, so she put a leg?
And she said caption this photo.
Just
And then
caption it
there's
like
another.
it's a
There's
leg.
another. There's another photo of her at an LA Dodgers game with a dude, clearly a dude, and it says B-side of my camera roll. I don't know what that means.
What? How old is
Is
she?
it your boyfriend? She is 37.
Okay.
Again. This is. It all feels fake. It all feels like this is all fake.
It feels very fake, yeah.
I can't. I feel like I am the only real person on this entire app.
I feel like that's what most dating app things.
Right? It's so weird. It's so weird.
I'm going to tell you about an app I've been using.
Yes?
Pokemon Go.
You probably have a better chance of finding a date on Pokemon Go than I do on Hinge.
Probably. I mean, you would, if you were playing Pokemon Go, you'd probably like go to a raid or something happening, find somebody.
Yeah, I'd probably
like,
meet a person in real life that was real and not a bot. That'd be
like,
amazing.
wow, you played Pokemon Go too, and boom, there you go.
Yeah,
Look at
this
that.
thing even recommended a person to me the other day, and they were like, you should really reach out to them. I was like, no, I'm all right. They reached out to me, which means they saw the recommendation. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, shit, this might be something. Mm-hmm. Sent a message. Nothing. It's been 4 days. I'm like, you know what? I'm over it. Like, this thing sucks.
Like, you're just looking for one message.
I'm
One.
just looking for one person to reply to me once. Like, if you... It's crazy because they're the ones messaging me first.
Yeah.
And then I reply, and I know that if I message someone and I got a reply back, I would be the happiest person in the world.
Yeah.
But it seems like it must be that they either they're bots or they send out 80 messages and they're like, yeah, I'm going to hope that a like sexier dude hits me up instead of you. Like, either way, that's dumb. That's so dumb.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't get it. That shit's wacky wild to me.
It
And
was
I'm
a
not
leg.
fan.
A leg.
It was a leg.
Not even like a sexy, like, it's a thigh thing. Not even like
a
just
good lighting leg. It's like in the shadows.
Yes, it was just a weird shadow leg.
It's just like a leg, and you're just like, that's just a leg. And then you go to the mail room. There's just a picture of the leg there.
Like, we've been watching you, Jesse. I would expect it at this point. I'd be like, you know what? All right, at least that makes sense. You know, I'd be like, at least it all checks out.
Well, see, here's my problem. So I reinstalled Pokemon Go. All right.
Why? Why?
Well, because I have some friends that are playing it, and they're like, dude, it's changed so much. And I'm like, all right, I'll reinstall Pokemon Go. I'll see how it's going. Here's the problem. I reinstall it. My eggs aren't working, and my walking shit doesn't track. And I'm like, why isn't it doing this? They're like, oh, you got to just go online. Like, there's stuff to fix that. I go online. I try everything. Doesn't fix it. And then I find this one Reddit thread, and they're just like, if you're a new player or returning player after years and you try to do it, you just got to wait.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, they're like, you just got to wait. After a week, my eggs and walking thing just started working. And I was like, what? Like, there has to be something else. So I, like, send them a message, Niantic or whatever. I'm like, hey, my eggs aren't working. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is a known issue. And I was like, can you fix it? And they're like, no, try, like, reinstalling it. Yeah, so, like, I tweet about it. Literally the day that I tweet about it, I open my Pokemon Go, and my, like, rare candy shit starts popping up, and it's like, your egg is hatching. And I was like, you gotta be shitting me. They were right. You just wait a week.
That seems like a problem they should have addressed if everyone knew about it, right?
Yeah, and here's the thing. The threads I was reading are from like a year and a half ago. It's been around. They're just like, hey, you know what? It'll fix itself eventually.
Yeah, they got their money. They don't give a shit.
So, I mean, I've been having fun just playing Pokemon Go again. It's something to do. Although it's been like 15 degrees outside, so usually I just walk at the gym. But it is going to start getting into the 40s now. That's my walking weather.
Do you get credit for walking at the gym?
Yeah. Yeah, you can attach it to, like, your health app, so it tracks steps.
Ah, that checks out.
Yeah, so I do that. And it's like, you want to track, like, exercise, too? And I was like, sure, whatever. Give me egg hatching exercise. So I was doing that.
Such a weird state. Give me egg hatching exercise.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of my favorite parts about Pokemon Go is it's just something to do while I'm like exercising or walking or whatever it might be. It's like a little bonus thing. And I'm like, neat. They've added so much stuff to that game. I'm like, oh my god.
Man, you're about to make me pick it up again. It's literally been 5, I don't even know how long. Years and years.
Yeah, my oldest Pokemon were from 2016. Because I remember I played Pokemon Go in like England for CoxCon.
Damn.
So it was a while ago.
Long.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. They've added a bunch. You just go around. I'm like, hey, a thing to catch. And then I catch it, and I'm like, neat.
Making me think about downloading it again.
You just do it. See if your eggs are working. See if your eggs are working.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, I'll let everyone know. I'll keep everyone informed next week.
Okay, yeah. Next week, inform everybody. You better have installed it.
Oh, I will. Oh, I will.
Or I will be upset and I'll say, oh my god, you didn't install it? Come on. And then I'll forget.
For the longest time, I didn't install any new apps. Not because I didn't want apps, but because I straight up forgot what my Apple password was. And I was too lazy to reset it. I was like, I don't care that much.
Yeah, I feel that. I have so many passwords too, because like ever since like years ago when I got hacked, I have like 40 different passwords. I have different passwords for everything. I have different emails for everything. So I have to like remember them all, and I have them like I have them all in like one of those password remembering or like account remembering things, but I don't even need to use it because I just remember it all. And I just have like slightly different variations of emails and passwords and everything. But then I get to like some certain things and I'm like, wait, what did I do for this? And then I end up having to reset the password anyway. And I'm like, whatever. Moral of the story is take your boxes out of the mailroom.
Yeah, that's the moral. The moral of the story is get your damn boxes out of the mailroom. You know what else you should get?
Oh.
That wasn't great. You know what else you should get? Honey, the easy way to save when you're shopping on your phone or computer. How do you feel about online shopping? How often do you do it? If you're like me, you are doing it with a frequency that is far too high. How often do you feel like you have a promo code ready at checkout? Well, I feel great because I'm using Honey. But if you don't have a promo code, you're missing out on savings. Thankfully, Honey is there to search for those codes for you and make all that not saving money a thing of the past. Here's how it works. Imagine you're going to one of your favorite sites. You see something you want to buy and you're thinking to yourself, all right, I'm getting it. And you press that button and you go to checkout and you're going to see that apply coupons. Honey's going to pop right down and be like, do you want to apply coupons? And you're like, yes. And it will search the internet for a coupon for that site that's the best one for you. And then watch that price drop. The last thing I got where I used Honey was literally 2 days ago. I went online, I bought some clothes. I need more stuff. I'm going to do an everyday news show. Save $25. Easy as that. Now, sure, you could be a nerd like me and use it on your computer. Or if you have an iPhone, just activate it on Safari and do it there. If you aren't using Honey, you're straight up just missing out. Please go get it right now for free at joinhoney.com/Cox. That's joinhoney.com/Cox. Also, today we're brought to you by Hawthorne. If you're listening, if you've been watching me for years, you're probably thinking, how does Jesse look so good all the time? Well, you should also be wondering, how does he smell so good all the time too? The answer is Hawthorne. Hawthorne's grooming products are the answer to that question on why I look, feel, and smell so good. Hawthorne is a premium men's grooming brand that makes it quick and easy to be confidently your best, with skincare and hair care made just for you. All you gotta do, it's really simple. When you go to Hawthorne, there's a quiz. Take that quiz. I'm telling you right now, take the quiz. It'll give you questions like, what do you like to drink when you go out? And what kind of deodorant do you use? And do you smoke? Like those kinds of things. And it will use those answers along with all the data from everyone else who has done the quiz to recommend the perfect products for your body chemistry, skin type, hair type, and lifestyle. And what's totally crazy and very true, I put in all my information, did the quiz. This is a long time ago. Did the quiz, got the cologne that is right for me. It is, mwah, it smells so good. It smells so good that my dad smelled it and was like, I want this. So I just gave him my old one and ordered a new one for myself. And thankfully, all my data's saved in there. So I went back and just reordered the same thing I loved. It was fantastic. Hawthorne stands by their customers. So if you're not completely satisfied, they'll retailer your products for free based on your feedback and pay for the shipping. So truly, there is no risk. So go take the quiz today at hawthorne.co and use promo code COX to get 10% off your first purchase. That's HAWTHORNE.co, promo code COX, hawthorne.co, promo code COX. All right, let's go to traffic. This guy with Crendor. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Oh boy, we got traffic and it is happening. I mean, is there ever traffic not happening? I guess you can say. I mean, there's never not traffic.
Like really March 2020, there was no traffic.
That's true. That's when like the pollution went down in the world. That was pretty much about it. I mean, now there's even more traffic. It's just annoying.
I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, it's wild. I guess from like it's like cabin fever. People are so caught up in being caught up inside. Now they're like, I want to get out. I want to post my leg pictures. I want to play Pokemon Go. I want to, leave my boxes in the mailroom. I want to do all these things. So they've been doing that, and they're also driving their cars, riding their planes, and going insane. So back to you.
Insanes in the membranes. Okay. Yep. Let's go to weather.
Wow. Weather. All right, I'm going to let you choose, okay? There's 3. This is a first. I've never let you choose the town before.
This is big. This is big for me.
Yeah. So we've got Jukkasvari, Sweden, mainly to hear Crendor pronounce the name, smiley face.
All right, well, you did, so that one's done.
And they say the Swedish ice hotel is located at Jukkasvari and is a hotel made entirely out of ice, furniture, beds, and all.
Is that the place where James Bond killed the North Korean dude?
I have no idea. Then we have Frankenmuth, Michigan, home of the world's largest Christmas store and the rock band Greta Van Fleet.
Oh boy.
And
somewhere there's someone who's like, Greta Van Fleet, girl!
And then we have Webster, Massachusetts, home of the longest named lake, Lake Chargaga Gaga Manchugga Gaga Bachunga Bunga Gunga Mugga Mog.
It both sounds made up and racist for some reason. It sounds both those things.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. I want to go to Sweden so I can Google this ice hotel and look it up.
I could tell from your voice you wanted to go to that ice hotel.
I want to go to that ice hotel. What is the name of this place?
It is, I'll link it. There it is.
Thank God. Whoa. Jukkasvari?
That's what I said.
Jukkasvari.
Jukkasvari. Where is this in Sweden? This has got to be like in the... Oh my God, dude. Okay. So I'm looking at Norway. Norway's kind of like Darkshore.
It kind of is. You know what? It kind of is.
Yeah, I never noticed that. They probably took inspiration. Anyway, currently in Jukkasvari, Norrbotten, Sweden, it's 12 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty cold. It's pretty much the same temperature here, and I was just outside not that long ago, and it was very cold. Especially the wind. Dude, oh my God, is it windy there? The wind is what gets you. I always say it. 4 miles an hour. All right, it's not too bad. Feels like 5 degrees. You got your humidity at 85%. You got your pressure at 29.26 inches. Your visibility at 10 miles. Your wind 4 miles an hour. Dew point 8. UV index 0 of 10. And a moon phase of waning gibbous. Checking the 10-day. We got 17 degrees Sunday. 7 degrees Sunday night with a 40% chance of snow. Then Monday, you got 15 degrees. Tuesday, 9 degrees, hitting those single digits. Wednesday, 11 degrees and cloudy. Thursday, you got 21 with some snow showers. Friday, you got 23 with more snow showers. Saturday, 19 degrees. Sunday, snow showers again. So cold and snowy in Jarkoskurvidjurvid.
I need you to go Google Yukasvari. I think that's Yukas Yarvi
Hotel.
Ice Hotel. The photos are wild. Some of these, there's one photo. The second row, hopefully you have the exact same thing. Second row, second picture is a bed, but behind the bed are like ice people watching you sleep.
Oh, I do see that.
That is terrifying. That is.
What the heck?
Those ice people, that's scary as hell. Then if you scroll down a bit more, there's like one that looks like Tron. I want to stay in the Tron room.
Oh, yeah. They have
That
like an
place
ice
looks
bar.
amazing.
There's a guy sitting on an ice.
Dude, I'd sit on that
thing.
ice. That ice, yo, I would. There's actually in Vegas. If I can ever convince you to go to Vegas one day,
I'd probably go to Vegas because my friend Nick lives in Vegas. And I want to visit him.
that's a visit I would show up for. They have, man, where is it at? It's in between two of the hotels. I don't remember which one, but there's an ice bar, and I've always wanted to go in that because I've been in an ice bar before, and it was kind of shit, but. I like the idea of like drinking vodka from an ice glass, sitting on ice, wearing like a fur. Like, welcome to my home. This is my ice vodka. This is my beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then everyone looks at you like, the shit's wrong with that guy.
There's one of these where there's like ice jellyfish in the background. There's one photo. Oh my God. There's a photo of Crendor. Open image, new tab. I'm just going to send you this link. I don't know how to describe this. This is the scariest thing I've ever seen. Imagine this was in your bedroom.
Oh my God. she's got ice boobs.
There's two naked ice boobed women, but they also look like aliens.
They do, yeah. They have the alien like face.
It's terrifying. It's a terrifying room. What sucks is that also, if you look at the room, there is only one set of pillows on that bed. That is a bed for one person, which means you go into that room and you may never come out. Those ice aliens are going to eat your ass.
Wait,
that's terrifying.
Okay, but like, is it cold in the ice hotel?
Yeah.
You gotta like wear a jacket to sleep.
Yes, if you look at the photos of people staying there, everyone's bundled up. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, 2 weeks ago, Carl Hedtjarn gave it a 3 out of 5. He said the ice rooms and the surroundings are the thing. Great fun and all. Overall impression of regular room sauna and shower standards. Food and pricing was disappointing. And be aware, this is a very touristy place to go, covered in a blanket of champagne and bucket listers. All in all, worth one night, as the ice rooms are, of course, spectacular to stay in, but do consider renting a cabin outside the hotel for a longer stay and a more genuine experience of this magical land.
I mean, I can understand that. I would rent the ice room just to, like, do it for the night. Sure.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, you just go for the night, and then, yeah, you can stay in a cabin and have, like, a super Swedish experience or something.
I mean, it seems like this is the only thing to do there.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on. You are looking at, oh my God. If you scroll out far enough, looking at it, you are in the north of Sweden. You are very high up, and it appears like there is nothing going on in this town. There are 5 roads, and everything else looks like, I mean, a road could have been there. You know what I mean? Like, there's streets.
There are streets. That's good.
That is for sure. There are streets. And I guess what's interesting is that all the photos of it are during the summer. So the ice hotel just looks like a building. It doesn't look like it's covered in ice like in my imagination or the photos we've seen so far.
Yeah. The thing is, well, I said the sauna is good. But like, I can go to the sauna here. I don't care. But I guess a Swedish sauna might be bad. I doubt it. It can't be that crazy. By the way, okay, so this is a little crazy. Okay, but one of my favorite things to do is like go in the sauna, right? You know, like hot in there, you're like cooked up, like, and
you get all hot in there, cooked up, yeah.
I walk outside into the like 10 degrees outside, or like once it gets into the single digits, a little like, ugh, but if it's like 20, 30 degrees, you walk out there, oh my God, it's fantastic. It's practically like you're wearing, it's like summer outside. I walk out in like short sleeves. There's people like bundled up, but I got like the sauna heat and like just working out. And I'm like, yeah, this feels great. And I'll just like stand there. And then after like a few minutes, I'll be like, all right, now I'm good. But I love going from that like super hot to like super cold.
I don't have the exact experience, but I do have the reverse. I like being super cold and then getting super hot. The best when you're like freezing and you get under the covers and you're like, ooh. I imagine that's the same thing, but not. I'm trying to see what there is to do in this town. There is an ice hotel restaurant. Did the ice hotel exist before the town? I have so many questions. All I know is there's a place called Old Homestead Restaurant, and I have clicked on it, and I'm trying to find photos of the food. Here's the thing. It looks like a log cabin. It looks like it has room enough for like 30 people. But the food doesn't look too bad. It looks very like, foodie.
Yeah.
Although it does appear to be all over the place. What? Never mind. I take it all back. Never mind. I take everything back. There is an Old Homestyle restaurant. There is a photo of pizza. Crendor, I've never seen pizza like this in my life. I don't know why you get pizza there. I was scrolling through, looking at all this food, like, yeah, that looks great. And then I got to pizza, and now I'm like, that's just slices of American cheese.
That is slices of American cheese. That. I think I can make a better pizza than that.
I mean, yes. Yes, I think you could.
Yeah. That
is like drunk Jesse makes a pizza.
We put some mushroom on there. You gotta put an artichoke.
Meanwhile,
cheese.
There's fondue, which is exactly the thing that I would eat there. They have like meat and burgers. They have a steak. They have like meatballs. They have what appears to be some sort of German-looking dish. They got all sorts of like stuff, and then a pizza that looks like it was made by a drunk Jesse who didn't have the ingredients to make pizza. Everything else on here looks great. They even have little gnomes outside.
Oh yeah, I see that. They have a beer called Shit Creek Ale.
Of course they do. Now sports.
Okay, well, we got a lot of sports stuff happening. The Olympics are going to be wrapping up today. So I don't know if you watched any Olympics, did you?
I watched. This will show you where my head's been. Okay. I watched the figure skating stuff. The one girl who's supposed to be the best got fourth, and then the one girl who got first, like her teammate who got second, didn't think the first place person deserved to have first, so she lost her mind. And then because she was like, I did a better routine, and the girl who was first, no one on her team cheered her on, so she felt terrible, and she's like, I don't want to even be here anymore. Dude.
Well, that one cheated with the heart medicine or whatever.
Yeah, well, that was the fourth place girl. Yeah. The girl who placed fourth.
Which, by the way, they were like, oh, she drank some of her grandfather's like heart medicine water. Like, oh yeah, it's like Barry Bonds. Like, I just stumbled across these syringes. I thought I didn't check them.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
Yeah, I was watching some of that. That was wild.
There was a version without the commentary track, and it just had subtitles. And dude, holy crap! The like redheaded second place girl goes off. She like, I don't remember exactly what she says to the girl who lost, but she's like yelling at her. The girl who got fourth, she's yelling at her, and then she's pissed off that she didn't get first. And then meanwhile, the third place person is just like embarrassed to even be there. And the first place girl doesn't want to show her face, and the second place girl doesn't even want to accept her medal. I was like, what the shit is happening?
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Dude, Russia out of control. Their sports teams are too much.
I did, however, see curling. I saw a lot of curling. Big fan. There's the dude who looks like Alex Fasciani.
Love that guy. The curling was so good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I watched the gold medal thing with Great Britain and Sweden. That was pretty wild. Speaking of Sweden, big curling people, you know.
Yeah.
Also watched. Oh my God, this might have been my favorite thing. So it's like cross country or whatever it is, you know, where they do the skis and they got to shoot.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, you ski and then you stop to like shoot targets. So I was watching that because I was like, whatever. I was just building Warhammer miniatures.
Is that the biathlon, or was there? I
think so. I think biathlon or whatever it's called. And so the commentator, he reminded me of Tony Romo from the NFL, if anybody knows. And he's just like, oh, it's like Gina Saradova. She's like going down, and here comes these people, and they like do a podcast together. And I'm like, oh, this guy knows a lot about it. And he keeps like talking up this one woman, and then he's like, all right, there goes first. She's gonna win, then second. And he's like, wait, how did she get into third? And they're like, oh, and Monica Spaghetti comes in third. And he's like, where's Gina Saradova? Where is she? And I'm like, wait, what's going on? And he's like, where is she? She's not in fourth. She's not in fifth. Where's Gina Saradova? That's not actually her name, but that's just going on in my head. Sure. And so she comes in like 10th place. And he's like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm like, this is getting crazy if this guy's freaking out. He knows all about this sport. So then she like crosses the finish line. She's like out of it. Like she is tired. And she just like passes out. And he's like, oh, and the practices, she said she didn't even remember her final lap because she like blacked out. And I was like, what the shit? I was like, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So then she like came in like 10th or something. And then afterwards she was just like, I'm a failure or something. And I was like, oh my God.
Dude, the Olympics messes people up, man.
Yeah.
They got like
crazy
15-year-olds losing their mind over some shit that like nobody cares about anymore. Like the Olympics, no one's watching. It's the worst year, and every Olympics is worse than the previous one.
The thing was like apparently Russia like super like messes up these girls too with like their bones can't develop. Like there's this whole thing I watched with like they pretty much abuse them essentially.
Yeah, I would not only do I believe that, but I also think that part of the reason why those 3 girls like were going through it is because they're all teenagers and the entire country is watching, and if you fail us, you fail Mother Russia. Like, you know, they're gonna go home and like, you now live in Siberia, like that kind of shit.
We send you to Ice Hotel.
Yeah, no way, man. That sucks.
Yeah, no, that sucks. So, but big curling fan.
Yeah, curling,
great stuff.
No one in curling, when they're done, are they like, I failed my country? They're like, you want to get a beer there? All right, let's go get a brewski. Come on, pal.
Yeah. Although, did you see the South Korean women that won 2nd place or silver medal like last Olympics in South Korea? They apparently had like a bunch of abusive coaches.
It's curling. You would think they'd be like, all right, just sweep a little better next time, okay?
Well, you would think that, but then you realize like even if you look at like 5th grade soccer at your local park, there's like some parent that's like, get the fuck into it, like screaming at everybody. It's like, dude, this is like 5th grade soccer. Calm down.
All right? Yeah, that sucks.
Like, I guarantee everybody that's played like minor, or not minorly, but like little kid sports when you're a kid, like you always have at least one parent you've seen freak out. And like their kid's just trying to play and have fun, and the parent's just going insane. They have to get like banned from the park district sports.
You know what? For some people, sports is their life. That's why they, why they do what they do. Everyone has to have something to believe in, I guess. Yeah, well, I believe that too.
Oh my God. That's like, everybody always mentions the thing where they're like, oh, these kids are getting participation trophies. Like, what are they, babies? Here's the thing. I got participation trophies as a kid, and never was I like, oh boy, I sure am glad I got a trophy. Like, you got a trophy and you're like, wait, we didn't win. And you're like, we lost every game. This sucks. Like, never was I like, oh boy, I got a trophy. I was like, dude, this sucks. This trophy is dumb. And I like never even cared about it.
Yeah, I've always thought participation trophies are less for the kids and more for the adults. So they feel good about the fact that they put kids through them being yelled at by other adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, You suck! But here's a trophy to let you know that actually I didn't mean that. And what I meant was that you're a good kid. Like, nah.
Like,
Kids don't care about that.
People underestimate the amount that kids, like, actually know, too. Like, when I look back at, I had, like, 5 trophies from playing basketball and soccer, and I had one that was good. And I'm like, oh, that's the one that I was good at, where we had, like, an actual winning season.
Yes.
That was fun. And, like, the other ones, I'm like, oh, I don't give a shit about those. Like, kids don't, they act like kids look at those like, oh, boy, I'm glad I participated. And then they grow up and act like they're entitled or something.
It's one of those weird trope things where people are always like, if you get kids participation trophies, you're going to end up like snowflakes. That is 100% never happened.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been someone who got a participation trophy and then was like, I'm special. It's never happened.
Yeah. Guess what messes kids up? Your shitty-ass parenting.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly. Does it. Yes, being a terrible parent. Also, your kid having terrible friends. That also does it too. If your kid has terrible friends raised by terrible parents, your kid could turn out terrible. Just letting you know. There's a 50-50 chance of that.
Yeah, so guess what? It's not the trophy, all right? Anyway, the NBA All-Star Game happened. Well, the All-Star Game hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen today. But the festive, like the dunk contest and three-point contest and all those things happen. Dunk contest sucked ass. It was terrible. And, like, one of the dudes tried to he put on a necklace with an NFT, and everyone was like, this is trash.
What's really funny is I was watching, I think it was Mega Ran. I was watching someone, and they were tweeting out video of the dunks. And everyone in the crowd was like, oh! And I was like watching the dunks, and they were just like, dunks. It wasn't anything showboaty. It wasn't anything crazy where I usually expect that to happen. It's just like, that guy nailed it. All right,
because they kept missing
dunk.
them. Like, if you actually watched it, they couldn't. One dude didn't make a dunk for like 8 straight dunks. Then he just did a really basic dunk to like get credit. And that's what it was. Everyone was like, this sucks. Like, we had like good dunk contests back with like Michael Jordan did it. You had like all the old school dudes. You had Vince Carter. You had like Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon going at it. Then this year it's just like a bunch of randos that sucked and promoted their NFTs on their neck.
There's a photo of Guy Fieri at the dunk contest.
I saw that. He has a cigar
and he has
in his
a
mouth.
cigar in his mouth. And everyone in the comments is like, are you allowed to smoke there? Like, no, it's an unlit cigar.
Dude literally has got an unlit cigar in his mouth.
He's just, the best part is, this is how you know I've watched enough episodes of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I recognize his kid.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's his kid in the shot. Yeah. It's so weird to me.
Yeah, that sucked. So, you know, whatever. I'd rather just have the second half of the NBA season start. It was more fun. And then the Super Bowl happened, and the Rams beat the Bengals.
That did happen, yes, and I said it would.
Yep, it did. But, you know, Bengals, at least they did stuff, so that's good. And that's sports.
All right. What is our weird fact of the day?
Weird fact of the day. Let's go with hippos and horses are actually distant relatives.
Totally believe that. I actually think when we were in that museum in Chicago, that was on the tree of like genuses and species and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That checks out. I believe that. I also think it's very, like, you know, it's like how you and I are the same.
Yeah.
Like, you are a beautiful horse with neck problems, and I'm a hungry hippo down here just, like, in the water, like, don't come in this water or I'll bite your dick off. That's me.
That is you. And then people showing you their legs.
Notorious dick biter offer. Don't come in this water or I'll use my chompers to bite that dick off. Yeah. You know, hippos.
And, I'm not going in that water.
Yeah, no. You gallop away and you're like, ow. That's why I don't let people ride me. Yeah.
My neck just flops around, all hypermobile. Also, another fun fact, sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes.
Wait, what can?
Sloths.
I thought you said moths. I was like, moths?
Oh, no, sloth.
Of all things, sloths. I think, of course they could. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they doing? What are sloths doing? Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. And snails can regenerate their eyes.
Dude, we need to get on that snail thing. I need some eye regeneration. Bad.
Yeah, we need some eye regeneration.
I need, like, I don't know. I'd still wear glasses because I like the look, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's facts of the day.
All right, what's our big news story?
Big news story of the day. So we've got one of two. Would you rather have 500-pound bear known as Hank the Tank breaks into another Lake Tahoe home?
Another.
Or we have a sister in naked drunk brawl at Disney World after one calls other a bad mum.
That I feel like is sad. I don't want to hear the sad
That
story.
does feel sad. Let's hear about Hank the Tank.
So about Hank the Tank.
A 500-pound bear broke into a home in South Lake Tahoe on Friday. And this isn't the first time. The bear, known as Hank the Tank, has broken into dozens of homes in the area.
Hell yeah, he has.
It's become quite the problem for locals. Locals are contemplating whether or not to have the bear killed, as they believe it may be the only option at this point.
What?
The bear is well known and now wanted by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. A spokesperson said the bear has damaged dozens of homes and is responsible for more than 150 calls. Well, yeah, you're building your house on his home.
Yeah, I was about to say the bear's not trapped in there with you. You're trapped in there with the bear. You made the mistake.
Yeah. If you can't handle Hank the Tank, get out.
They should have to leave offerings for Hank the Tank.
They should.
In order to have our community survive, we must all leave offerings for Hank the Tank.
See, this is the problem. These are the same people like, trophies are ruining our kids. No, it's you. Instead of, you're just trying to get rid of the problem by just like, oh, just kill it. It's like, no, you're the problem.
Just kill it. That guy's been around longer than you, and he will be here. That is the forest spirit. How dare you?
This is Hank the Tank. The Department of Fish and Wildlife has been trying to track Hank for more than 6 months. These are neighborhoods. There's a lot of people around, traffic and cars, so we have to do this in a way that is safe for both the public and the bear. This is a severely food-habituated bear. What that means is that this is a bear that has lost all fear of people, and it sees people and homes as a source of food.
Hell yeah, he does. Get him, Hank.
Hell yeah. The most recent break-in took place on Catalina Drive Friday morning. The bear had broken a small window and squeezed into the home?
Yes.
Dude, he's breaking a small window and squeezing in as like a 500-pound bear.
I love him.
Where the homeowners had no idea how to get him out. Officers responded and banged on the outside of the house until Hank came out the back door. They then stayed in the area to ensure he continued on his way without damaging or entering other homes. I've been in the town 40 years, and I've been locking my doors recently, and I've never done that, said Tim Johnson, local resident. Well, maybe you should lock your doors anyway, Tim.
Yeah, this all seems like humans not realizing that they aren't the top of the food chain anymore.
Yeah, Hank's the top.
Hank the Tank is top. That's damn right.
Killing it is a move the Bear League calls cruel and unnecessary. Yeah, I agree with the Bear League, and I don't even know who they are.
We are pro Bear League. I'm going to look them up right now.
We don't want anybody to get hurt. Nobody wants that, one person said. We don't want the bear to die either. The Bear League said it's still waiting to hear back from Fish and Wildlife about possible sanctuary move. Meanwhile, a meeting on the issue is set for Wednesday night in Tahoe Keys.
I love the Bear League is savebears.org. And it looks like it was made in GeoCities. It has like there's an animated GIF at the bottom of a bear in a trash can. And he pokes his head out and he's like, "What's going on?"
I see it. This is no doubt a GeoCities website.
the bear that's like in the middle, and he's like, "We are naturally afraid of you and are very easily scared off. We're also intelligent and quickly learn from experience." I love this. Is there anything I can buy from them?
Also, that is Hank the Tank. Look at him. That is how can that guy squeeze through a small window? That's like a mystery of nature.
No way, Hank the Tank.
The guy's powerful.
I've never felt such a kinship to a bear in my life. Hank the Tank and I, God, some days that's exactly how I feel. Oh, Hank. Oh, Hank. He looks exactly like me some days. Where I'm just sitting there like, bro, I just want a burger.
You're just gonna open your dating app and it's Hank the Tank. I must call him Frank. Hank the Tank, and he's just like showing pictures of his leg.
Absolutely, I'll recognize that leg and be like, yes. I'd be like, look, Hank, I don't know how a relationship between a man and a bear works, but we're gonna make it. You and me, we're gonna make it after all.
And then like a montage plays, just like me and you. They
have to shop Amazon to support us. They have to have merch, right?
They gotta.
Well, that didn't work. I clicked the Amazon link and it took me just to normal Amazon. That doesn't help anyone.
They have a bear magnet campaign. Wait, is this a magnet?
I clicked it and it took me to another page that looked like it was made in GeoCities.
Oh yeah, it did. Wildlife.
There's nothing on here I can buy. I want to buy I want a shirt that says Bear League.
That's true. A Bear League shirt would be good.
I want a Bear League shirt, and it has to just have Hank the Tank and that photo of him just like.
Yeah, I clicked shop Amazon. You're right. It just takes you to Amazon.
It just takes you to Amazon. That's what I'm saying. Like, support us by going to Amazon. Like, oh, okay.
I guess if you buy stuff on Amazon, it's like an affiliate program. I don't know.
That doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, I wanted. Where's the tank shirts? Either way, that's
well,
that's the news story of the day.
Yes, it is. All right, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening and watching. However, enjoying this podcast, Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We've got socials. We've got youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, all one word. Go check out all those podcasts, all up on YouTube. You can also find us on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and other podcast places. I don't know, wherever you get podcasts. Also, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. If you want to see all the animations, there's just a new one that went up about TikTok. Very TikTok. Good. Very fun. Very funny animation. Go see it. Also,
very funny.
Very funny. Very funny. Check out all our other stuff. We got youtube.com/Jesse Cox, youtube.com/Crendor, patreon.com/Jesse Cox, patreon.com/Crendor. Twitter Jesse Cox, Twitter Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor's Taken, and YouTube Warhammer Crendor if you like Warhammer. And Hank the Tank.
There you go, Hank the Tank. I'm gonna. Yep. We might have to sell a Hank the Tank shirt.
Oh yeah, we have to.
We need man. We need someone out there to make a big honking chunk or Hank the Tank.
It's just Hank the Tank driving an actual tank.
you know those awful images of like Trump riding a tank, holding an American flag. We need that, but it's just Hank the
Tank. I'd love it. I'd buy one instantly.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
That's everything.
Yeah, that's it. All right, we'll see you next time. And as always,
shake the rhino.
No one can hear you shake the rhino.
You can hear it.
Okay. To be continued.